Hail to thee, my kindred. I hope you're all having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, and night, wherever and whenever you are. We've finally gotten around to playing another visual novel. Finally, after so long. And by so long, I mean only like... I actually don't know. When was the last time we actually... You know what? Don't worry about it. Do not worry about it. This time around, we'll be going through Satrdust Kids, which was made by the Hazukashi team. They go by... Well, the game was released by Fumi in itch.io. And I'm gonna be honest, I just looked at this one and I was like, yeah, they got cat boys. So I'm gonna just... I'm gonna read through this one, I'm gonna read through this one. Not cat boys of the anime variety, though. Let us be frank here. Let us be straightforward with one another. They are cat boys of the furry variety and other creature people. When I say it like that, it sounds so odd. Creature people. The creature people. I guess that's what they technically are. Now, fair warning, I did read a comment on the game, or on the visual novel I should say, that basically said that the worst part about this whole thing was the translation. Sometimes the translations are not necessarily very, very, very good, but to be fair, this game was done by a small team, so I don't blame them for it. That's just how it goes sometimes, but otherwise, from the review that I read, that seemed to be a pretty fun one, so I personally do not mind going through a story like that. As I said, you can find this game on itch.io, or visual novel. I always get confused on whether to refer to things to visual novels or games. It's a visual novel. It's a visual novel. You're not playing it, you're reading through it. That's what my stupid boy brain can't get through its mind. Hopefully the music is loud enough to be heard. Apparently, I like this song, this little piano section. It's pretty nice already. So if they got more music like this throughout this entire thing, that's gonna be pleasant. Everything around seems to be telling me, what are you doing here, man? Wow, strong start. We're starting with doubt, immense doubt. Maybe I'll need to turn up the actually no, I won't be able to tell whether the music is too quiet or not until somebody walks in here and tells me otherwise, so I'll just keep the music as it is for now. If it's too quiet, forgive me. Tomorrow is the last day of school, the last school day. Holidays are coming, but you're stuck here and shuffle your papers. What for, friend? Isn't it better to go home and leave all this work to the head of the club who is supposed to do all of this? No, not better. It's a no-brainer that nobody but me will ever try to put everything in order here. The head is always missing. The rest of the guys, even being in the club room, always have their heads in the clouds. Right now, Seth is lying on the couch and looks at his phone. It's a much more enthralling activity than sacrificing a few minutes to club chores. We love club chores. Yes, I understand. Doing things for the sake of the club, yes. Merope is no better. She refused to help me as today is her auspicious day for shopping. Pretty weird excuse. It surely doesn't look like a valid reason for missing club meetings. The rest got lost somewhere on the way from the classrooms to the club room. The only good thing is that they are not always like that. No need to be a psychic to understand why they are sneaking around. No one wants to be no one wants to put the room in a proper condition before summer holidays. Well, of course, kind Kurt will clean everything himself. He always does. I surely want to dig the dust and breathe in dust mites more than anybody. And they probably don't know that there are many dangers and pathogens of various diseases even in ordinary dust. Or they do know, and that's why they neglect cleaning. Our character seems to be, fairly knowledgeable. Pleasant. Don't they feel pity for me? I don't think so. Or maybe they do. A familiar voice has distracted me from my thoughts. Be careful! You almost tore up this application. I glanced at Seth. He lazily swung his legs to the beat of the softly playing melody from his phone. I look at him and realize that I've seen it a million times. The same Seth in the same pose. He shows on the couch so often that I've even put it in my dossier. Dossier? Hold on. We got files on people? Imaginary one, of course. I see. Typically, you know what? Fine, that's okay. As long as it's only in your head, and not. It would be a bit odd to explain why you have a dossier on people. Where else, if not my mind, can I keep data about every student of the school? Phone number. Let's see. 15. Taller than me. Father, mother, elder, sister, the mean one. Scary. Occupation. Oh, this is, I think, when they join? Third grade. Oh, third grade probably of... Wait. This might be a bit of a translation thing. The occupation, third grade. He's 15. That makes sense. Middle school student, member of the UFO. Oh, third grade. I think they mean like an 8th grader? I guess it depends where the people who made this game came from. Now that I think about it. Features a pleasant voice, charming smile, beautiful fur, a classmate, a close friend, and always nearby. Strength and weaknesses, good at everything. No weaknesses. Man is impervious. Is that even the right word to use in this context? Probably not. Shortcomings, impossible to involve into work. Bad habits, messes up with my hair, avoids club duties. Superpowers, ignores annoying sounds, can lie in positions for over an hour, scores 10k points in Flappy Bird. Damn, I have not heard of Flappy Bird in forever. Holy moly. Oh, what did he just say? I almost tore up an application. Damn. I unclenched my fist and crumpled paper fell out of it. I didn't even notice that I was holding this sheet. Great. Will I have the time to fill the form again? Your observation skill can be much more valuable if you'll do something useful. Kurt! That's us. Document systemization, for example. Haha! You are a master of subtle hints. Why are you so nervous? It's just a table and a pail of small papers. Pile. They meant pile. Pile of similar papers. Leave it to us. Leave it as it is. We don't have to do this. We? You think that you take part in it just by lying on the couch? Our club suffers from such attitude. Who wants to join a club where all the members do nothing? If I was officially in charge then I would have changed everything a long time ago. Mandatory attendance every day, intellectual conversations, and analysis of real cases. What are we even a club of? I can kinda see we got a little globe there, little saucer. They probably told me that in the synopsis where you download the game on the the itch.io page, and I just kind of forgot. Spaceship, planet, but it's sealed off. And that's about, well, they got fish there, but I don't know if that has to do with anything. These things are not connected. Or maybe they are. We're doing great in our little circle. Collection of data and its systemization. Forgive me for misreading. This style of text is hard for me. Preparations for school and city events. We could win contests and spread our influence. Besides, that guy joined recently, so it's not that bad. We could... Are you alright? Seth is just looking at us like, bro, you're off somewhere else. You look weird. We could... I felt that someone violated my personal space. When did Seth appear in front of me? He crouched down, picked up the form that lied on the floor, and handed it to me. This guy. David Opossum. Ah, very very subtle naming convention. 18 years old, third grade of high school. Your qualities: sociable, witty, proactive, extremely handsome and charming. I can do 100 push-ups. You know what? That is a little tad bit impressive. You won't regret it. Reasons to join the club. Seems like your club is exactly what I need. I realize it's just yesterday, but I'm sure it's forever. Something paranormal. It's about me and my life. I'm just as unexplored as space. Have you been in any other clubs? Drawing club. I almost read that as drowning club. Drawing club, athletics, guitar club, cooking, biology, acting, cat lovers club. Interesting. Wait, how the hell does that work? Journalism, etc. Have you witnessed paranormal UFO activity? I know nothing about UFOs yet, but I'm ready for anything. Signature of club curator and club head. So it needs to be co-signed. And there was a name of the high school student that recently joined the club. David Opossum. Yes, somebody really joined us. But will he stay for at least half a year? Of course, the holidays are coming now, and he will formally be in the club whether he wants it or not, but in the new school year, he will face the fact that in reality, our club rather reminds of a place of sloppiness than a serious platform for UFO studies. I don't want him to run away right after his first visit. I think he's our man. Seth grinned and carefully crawled back into the sofa. I didn't even expect him to offer his help. Seth is brilliant in many ways, but definitely not in paperwork. Are any of us truly good at paperwork? It is impossible to force him to do any routine for at least half an hour. We got choices already. Let's ask for help. Maybe he will agree if I'll give him direct orders? Seth, help me sort out the papers. I think they are all right. It doesn't look like that for me. Oh, Kurt's getting a little angry. That's why you are the only one who can sort the papers the way you need. He got off so easy. However, there is nothing new. What am I doing? I stand in the middle of the room for a few minutes already instead of sorting the papers. These chores won't do themselves. I went back to the table and began parsing another stack. This goes to the drawer, that goes to the trash can. Pretty easy. Anybody could do it, but no, it has to be me. I'm sick of it. What was that? Let's see, couch, tables, probably a list of stuff that we have in the room. UFO model, I see that one right there. I didn't even realize they had a jar of cookies. Fishes on stand. Why do they have fishes on stand? Electric kettle, mugs 11, Ouija board, playing cards, tarot cards, aluminum foil, 3 rolls, I think is what that says. Board games times 7, sound system, Talus 57, planetarium star stand 2.1, and then somebody added TV pony W14. What does that even mean? I'm assuming it's some kind of television. Some kind of list. Right. Looks like a list of our club property. That is strange. I've never seen it before. And there are some marks. Apparently someone else has checked everything. I don't trust these ticks. I'd better check if everything is in place myself. Couch, 2 tables, 6 curtains, 6 chairs, a drawer with TV, a bookcase with books included. I can see it with a naked eye. There are no names of books on the list, though we have a great many of them, from Space for Dummies to 50 Shades of Grey for... Why is that in there? About the last one, I don't even want to think why on earth Clover put this on our shelf. A pot of a pot for a plant without a plant. Check. I have no idea why it's here. Well, what would a room be without a potted plant thing without a plant in it, you know? Maybe life will come there someday, but in all the time I've been a member of the club, nobody tried to do this. It is time to get rid of this pot. We have enough flowers on the bookcase already. Stationery and folders with stationery and folders with papers are in the desk drawer. Telescope is in the storage room. I've seen it recently. And the tent and sleeping bags in the number of 4 are there as well. Next on the list is an enumeration of different little things that must belong to our girls. I went to the drawer where these things usually are. An electric kettle, level 11 mugs. Why do we have so many mugs? We don't even have so many members. Listen, you can never have enough. I only have one for everything, but if I could have more than one for everything, I would. Probably, like, not that many, though, I'll be honest. 5. I'd like 5 specific mugs. Tea, coffee, different sweets in the plastic bags and containers. If I'll see any cockroaches, I will throw it all away from our room with a clear conscience. Next to the food, there's a stack of DVDs. We begged for a TV mostly to watch these. Ouija board, playing cards, tarot cards, 3 rolls of foil, our most useless things, perhaps. Board games. That's better. We even have 7 of them. Besides, there are console games. They, like the consoles themselves, aren't on the list and will never be. These are Romano's personal belongings, who is, in fact, not even a member of our club. Why is there a tick? I didn't see any home planetariums. That won't do. Seth, don't we have a planetarium? No. You want to buy one? He didn't stop looking at his phone and replied with clear disinterest. That's not the point. I think we do have it somewhere. And apparently a pretty good one. How about asking Todd? Kurt does not seem to like Todd. I am serious. Well, yeah, I wouldn't guess it by myself. If only it was that easy. The probability that we will meet each other for a chat is approximately 5%. Well, that's a bit less than a 100%. A bit, a minuscule amount. I rolled my eyes. I have nothing else to do but to find him. But it's pretty late already, is it? There's no one but me and Seth in the room. I don't have anybody to ask for his phone number. He did not even bother to leave his phone number on his form. Damn, is he afraid to leave his personal information? You know what? That's a fair fear, I'm gonna be honest. That's understandable, but Todd didn't give his phone number even to me, though I am his deputy. Todd, he is the brightest representative of idleness in our club. I think that's what it says. Yes, idleness. He is the head and therefore must be the most motivated. But he isn't. To see him at his workplace is as hard to see as a UFO slowly flying over the school. The room door opened slightly. Ah, she's pretty. I like her like necklace. Boys, are you still here? How lucky! Cassandra Holm. 18, taller than me. Family, ? Occupation, 3rd grade high school student. Member of the UFO study club, fortune teller. That lines up. Features good posture. And beautiful long hair. High school student. Get the number. A new number. Strengths and weaknesses. Has a gift of persuasion. Not interested in politics. Is that really a weakness, though? Let's be honest. In this day and age, that's like a strength. Shortcomings. Shrinks off work under strange excuses. Believes in destiny. Well, I suppose that one could be a bit of a drawback. Has a horoscope for everyone, whether they want it or not. And cleverly changes subjects, avoids giving answers, powerful intuition. She knows how to weave through conversations, huh? Yeah, I'm waiting for Kurt. He is stuck at the table. I didn't expect you to come back. How's your shopping? Did you have enough time to empty a couple of boutiques while we were busy here with our chores? Oh, you are busy with chores more than anybody. Mirope. Yes, shopping was wonderful. Look, this necklace. Mirope. I don't know if it's Mirope or if it's pronounced differently. I hope I don't mispronounce it. It's great that you came back. Wow, what a surprise. Did you really miss me? The stars are on my side today. I didn't miss you. I was doing inventory and it looks like something is missing. Mirope is in this club since the very beginning and she has to know about what's happening. At least she is beneficial sometimes and she helps me with cleaning. You are just Mr. Courtesy, Kurt. Keep it that way and all the girls would throw themselves at your feet. Something tells me that's not gonna be happening anytime soon. That is definitely sarcasm. But did I say something wrong? Anyway, it's not important right now. It's much more important to deal with this list and finish the paperwork. Let me take a look. She looked over my shoulder. You see, it says we have a planetarium, but we don't. Do you know where it is? Silence. Come on, why do you have to keep silent for so long? I turned around and met her eyes. She flinched and turned around hastily, making me look at the back of her head. Where did you get it? Can't she just answer a straight question from the table? So where is it? How suspicious. Maybe she took it home? More anxiously, Mirope anxiously walked around the room, looked under the table and the couch, carefully but vainly pretended to be looking for it. It was so unconvincing that I didn't understand what did she think, what did she try to accomplish. It's definitely not in the club room. Thanks very much, Mirope. That was very, very insightful. Indeed. Did you ask Todd? When would I have had an opportunity? He didn't come here for about a week. And actually, I wanted to ask you for his phone number. Mirope hesitated for a moment. He doesn't have a mobile phone. That's too bad. Her voice is so compassionate, but is that true? Even I have a mobile phone. What about his home? I remember. Before I left, I saw Todd on the roof. It was about 2 hours ago. I think he's still up there. What would he do on the roof for so long? Can you tell me that? Can you tell me his? I'm sure he's still there. Maybe you will check it up? If you don't want to share information, then just say so. I'm sure there's nobody on the roof, but I'd better see for myself. It would be too stupid to miss the head only because I didn't want to check this option. Okay, I will take a look. Could you sort the rightmost stack while I'm gone? These are theories written by Clover. They should be ordered by date and theme. I'm sorry, I have to go now. I think you will handle it perfectly. And she's gone. Having said that, she vanished from my view. Come on. Poor Kurt. Why didn't Mirope come back at all? She didn't even do anything. Leave it as it is. Clover can deal with her notes herself. Her papers are as chaotic as her mind. She surely won't sort them. This means that you don't have to do anything. Have you heard of non-linear order? sometimes you've got something like that in your room. And that won't do. Wait a minute. What did he just say? When has my room ever been a mess? I have to hurry, otherwise I will miss Todd for sure. Seth is just talented and shattering. He can talk anyone's ears off. Now I'm gone. I only heard a sleepy good luck. The roof is closed only at night in our school, and it surely breaks safety rules. Somebody had accidentally fallen down, and the school will have tons of problems. Sorry, somebody can accidentally fall down, and the school will have tons of problems. I was surprised to see some kind of movement in the hall. Most of the students are home now, and the teachers must be preparing for tomorrow. I felt a gaze on me. Oh, that's Kevin. A goofy-ass little portrait right there. 18, taller than me. He has his father, mother, younger sister, 3rd grade of high school, so last and the final year. Member of the chemistry club as well. Makes sense. Look at that little lab coat. I assume it's a lab coat. Features unpleasant voice, always squints, bad eyesight. What an unfortunate fate. High school student, head of the chemistry club. Unknown strengths and weaknesses. Shortcomings, kinda touchy. Hoards his problems and never solves them. Bad habits, unknown superpowers. Every time we meet, he comes up with new taunts. I'm assuming we are not inherently quite friendly with this individual, huh? Based off of that alone, it doesn't seem... I mean, maybe we are a little friendly, at least. What's the term I'm looking for? Not friends, but like mutuals. There we go. I don't need the phone number. Or maybe not. Maybe we do just hate each other. I've been lucky to keep meeting him lately. If it can be called lucky. He always gives me such an unpleasant look. It's annoying. That'd be okay but I didn't do anything wrong to him. He's angry because our parents had some disagreements at work. What's it got to do with me? However, he can think what he wants. There is nobody on the roof. Why aren't I surprised? I hope we have just missed each other. At least it's better than thinking that Merope's words were a lie. I leaned against the fence and closed my eyes, listening to the silent rustle of trees and pigeons cooing. I like pigeons. Silly things. Can't grab them, though. Every time I try, I just kinda fail at that. Maybe I should get a pigeon as a pet someday. That would be kinda cute. Holidays are coming. On the one hand, I'm glad. I am tired of school hassle. Soon I will be able to sit at home in peace. Maybe not even at home. It will be great to go somewhere at the weekend. On the other hand, I almost got unaccustomed to silence and being alone. Since I unofficially became responsible for the UFO study club, everybody tries to get on my nerves. The guys are so disorganized. I'm even afraid that they can get in some shady troubles on the holidays. But before filling my head with that, I have to find a club planetarium. Not a word has been said about it over the entire year. Maybe it has been out of order since long ago and it was just thrown away. And of course, I could have blown off the search, but what the hell? The club is a mess already, and if I have decided to fix it, then I must see it through. Dedication, I can respect that. Garagasham, damn, that's a word. Garagasham, you're threatening me. Why are you threatening me with little frog with a knife, scratch bag? I don't think that's very kind. That's not very kind of you. LTB though, I hope you're doing alright. Pet your dog. Drink your water. Eat your food. Be having a good one, you hear? I just don't know where to look for it. Maybe in the storage room. You little? I'm not little. I am, but like, you don't gotta point it out. Damn. Oh, don't make that face at me. It's okay, we're little together. Shush. You say we're little together. You are damn near 6 foot. You're 2'8". Aren't you like 5'11" or something? You're tall. Is what I'm trying to say. Not even close. What's your height? 5'8". Close enough. Your average height. Your average height for Americans, at least. Don't know about Polish people, but I'm assuming it's roughly the same. I just don't know where to look for it. Maybe it's in the storage room? It's surely not in our corner. Maybe somebody has put it in some other club shelf by mistake? 5'8" is basically 5'9", which is basically 5'10", which is basically 5'11", which might as well be 6 feet. That is literally every guy on a dating app ever. But listen, from my perspective, it basically is, okay? I have to look up at you guys anyway. Ideally, I must ask the head about it, but believing in his appearance tomorrow is as naive as believing in Santa Claus. ... It's time to go back. After all, I haven't finished the cleaning. Besides, Seth must be tired of waiting for me. Although the only one who is tired is me. Poor Kurt. Not every change is for the better. At least the recent appearance of the TV in this room has brought no good so far. Someone else appeared on the couch where I left Seth. Romano. I like that name, Romano. Strong name. It's strange that he is still at school. It's pretty late. Involuntarily, I exhale a deep breath. These two were playing their stupid console games. I was foolish when I believed Seth and Romano that we really need to buy a TV. So many documentaries can be watched, they said. So many UFO recordings exist, they said. Sure. Obviously, they were achieving their own cunning goals. They didn't even notice that I came back. The papers are still reproachfully looking at me. Untouched, of course. Only when I sat down behind the table, these two noticed my presence. Seth and Romano took their eyes off the screen for a second, examined me, and stared back at the screen again. Of course, my person doesn't deserve any more attention. How could I compete with this time eater? Why's he got little wings? Kurt, where have you been? Must be part of the hoodie, I assume. 15. We don't know about the family. Taller than me. Member of the photography club. Loud voice, cheerful, silly appearance. Beautiful eyes, though. Like how in the picture he's got glasses on. Classmate, chatty and nosy friend. Has lots of connections, starts relations easy. Is often late. Shortcomings, frivolous. Frivolous, huh? Bad habits, plays on the console with Seth all the time, spends a lot of time on his phone, constantly takes pictures of everything, including me, asks a lot of questions in a row, and never waits for an answer. That would annoy the hell out of me, I'm gonna be honest. You ask me questions and then you don't even wait for the answer? Like, I'm throwing hands, I'm sorry, like, I'm punching you. Superpowers, okay, types very fast on his phone, does several things simultaneously. I don't get how people type fast. I've tried, it's hard. My hands hurt. I took a walk. How did you end up here? I thought everybody was home a long time ago. I needed help. I needed to help Samantha with developing photos. She's on a deadline. I came to check on you, and I got lucky. You are indeed still here. I'm glad I won't have to go home alone. The school bus left a long time ago, and the public transport is so overfilled in the evenings. Other people's bodies that strive to bury you under their own weight are everywhere. I'd better share these wonderful moments with you. We will stick together till the end like real fighters. It's amazing how much he manages to say without distracting from the game. I still need to finish the paperwork. Are you sure you want to wait? We can't go without you. No, of course we will wait. Isn't he nice? So, success? He stared at me questioningly. The head wasn't there if that's what you mean. Unsuccess. Yes, unsuccess. A series of strange sounds swept by. After that, Seth yawned and put the gamepad aside. I yawned after him. I like his necklaces too. He's got like one right there, like the beaded one, and then the one with like the tooth. I have unsuccess too. Don't worry, you almost beat me. Let me show you how to make the combo you need. You need to press this button a few times and then back, and up too. I'm assuming they played a fighting game. They have returned to the game, and I also must continue my activity. It goes there, so does this. What's that? Some weird, confusing drawing. I'll put it in Clover's papers. It must be her creation. I lost track of time. The sun was setting, the pile was gradually diminishing. Let's finish tomorrow? I flinched. It's the second time for today that I didn't notice him coming. It's probably really worth taking a break. I totally lost my vigilance and can make a mistake. Why are you worried about your village? I almost said villages. Vigilance. What's up with that? It worries me a little bit. Just a bit. Or maybe that's just a personality thing. I will never believe that we really have an important document. Any important documents. You've already spent too much time on this. You're not going to spend a night here, are you? Hey, I would have done it much faster with your help. But you were right. The prospect of spending the night at school is not very tempting, even though we have a pretty comfortable sofa. Okay. Everyone will certainly come tomorrow. It's the last school day after all. They will come at least for the sake of decency to say goodbye to everyone for the summer holidays. That's when I'll catch them. We'll sort out the papers and we'll find the planetarium and we'll wipe the dust and... Wait, no, I didn't check the storage room. I'll look in the storage room. Maybe the planetarium is there. You won't. It's already closed. And they won't give you the keys because it's late. Yeah, we can go there together tomorrow. I need to put something there too. By the way, what planetarium? You didn't tell me you have something like that. Actually, we don't have it. Kurt has found some note that contains a list of property, which includes a home planetarium that I had never seen. Like if you saw anything but a couch and TV here. Though I confess you definitely saw the telescope. I won't be surprised if Seth will get scolded by Moreau for peeking at sports club trainings. If only at trainings. It would be cool to find it. I had one when I was a child. It was pretty simple though. Is a planetarium one of those like... I'm trying to think on what a planetarium is. I'm kind of forgetting. Is it a little like tent thing with the light projector in the middle and then it kind of like projects like stars and whatnot? Or is that something else? Because I've been in one of those, but I don't know if that's a planetarium. It might be something different. Still cool though. But it looked great anyways. And I remembered the name written on the list. This planetarium is surely more sophisticated. According to its brand, our planetarium must be greater, with real constellations, just like it should be. Okay, then my thoughts were in the right place. Pretty expensive. Listen, if it's so cool, then it was sold somewhere for pretty good money already. Forget it. Why would you bother? I bother because nobody else would. What now? Should I wait for everything else to be stolen? Nobody will ever steal anything now. You're like a dragon on a pile of gold, always daring, constantly on guard. That is great. Nevertheless, a planetarium needs to be found. That won't do. Suit yourself. Kurt would be a very grumpy dragon. A dragon without a planetarium. Without a planetarium yet. Sorry, wrong face. Yet. Why grumpy? I'm not grumpy. I would be a regular dragon who would never be robbed. And you guys would be a dragon with an internet addiction and a dragon with a couch addiction. I don't think those can be addictions. Well, one of them can. The other, not so much. Hey, I'm not going to live here. Maybe we can go home already? The bus came just in time and it was surprisingly empty. We took our usual seats in the back. I'm at the window, Seth next to me, and Roma next to Seth. Before the bus even drove off, Romano began telling Seth everything that had happened to him today. He is shooting with a long burst of words and doesn't even give a chance to catch a breath, keeping on giving his speeches. And the bus went. She is just a demon! I missed the beginning and now I don't understand who is he talking about. Romano has thousands of acquaintances, try to guess. Working overtime isn't for you, is it? You used to say otherwise. Samantha asked me for help. I'm going to be her hero. Or I look forward to working with her. Samantha is such a professional. It's all clear. Samantha. I remember her. A high school student from his photo club. Quite a bright person. But it's nice to be a hero, but I didn't think that club has so much work for Summer. Work is okay, but she's been acting so weird lately, like she's a loose cannon. Very strict. Usually she's quite a cutie, according to your stories. She is! Maybe she's just tired. Cheer up. When will you have an opportunity to work with her again? True. The main thing is that she and the others will have less work left for the main thing is that she and the others will have less work left for the next year. You never know how it will be in the fall. And you should help Kurt more. It will make him happy. He talks about me like I don't sit right next to him and don't hear their words right now. But I agree with his advice. Yep, I will be the happiest fellow in the world. So stop slacking off. That would be rad, but school year is over. We have to say goodbye to the club. Club activities will be waiting throughout the whole holidays, you can be sure. Seth made a displeased face and turned to Romano, letting me know that that conversation about the club was over. Okay then. I began looking at the street outside the window, hearing their voices, but not listening to the conversation. Hello, home. What a pleasant little thing. What do you call that? A shoe rack? Yes, a shoe rack. Me and my ability to know what things are called is paramount to nothing. It always takes me like a second or more to be like, I wonder what this very basic item is called. Let me see. Let me just scrounge through my mind's labyrinth for a second. Coffee in a jar. That reminds me, I got my coffee to drink right here. Hello, home. I didn't miss you at all, but I'm glad to see you anyway. It's a perfect time to air you. I can't imagine how to survive in such stuffiness. I opened the windows, letting the cries of seagulls, last rays of the sun, and fresh air in. I imagine this fellow lives by the sea then, since, seagulls. It would be great to turn air conditioners on full, but as luck would have it, they broke right before my parents' departure. Unfortunate. It would be okay if one was out of order, but they broke all at once. So damn, how'd that manage? God, how did that freaking... Okay, this man is not too lucky. It doesn't look like a coincidence. Seth stayed at his place today, and that's why I'll have to fight the fridge one-on-one. And I forgot to go to the store on this way home again. I hope there is something that looks like food in the kitchen. On the way to the kitchen, I noticed that something was wrong. Is it me, or the phone is really blinking? It is. Did my parents leave a voicemail? Thinking about it, we haven't spoken for a few days. Usually, they call me at least once every 2 days to tell that they are doing alright and check if I haven't starved to death. Pleasant. Before their business trips, they always put a tidy sum on my card for me to eat out. But isn't that stupid to spend so much money on food? So I don't. It's much easier to buy products and cook something for myself. Nice and responsible of you. But the truth is, the top of my culinary abilities is a sandwich with salami, cheese, and a slice of tomato. Hey, we all start somewhere, bud. We all start somewhere. And dill on top, of course. Unlike me, Seth knows how to cook more or less, which is often helpful. Often, but not today. I pressed the play button, looking forward to hear Perrin's tired voices. Mr. Himmler, hello. It is Jordan Riley from Farm LA Company. Farmula. Earlier, we talked about... it's a business call. Give me a call at the number. Blah, 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 blah. Have a nice day. And there was no word of urgency, but I'd better give this information to Father. I dialed Dad's number. Busy. I'll text him. Where's my bag? Where was my bag? I put my hand in the pocket of my backpack, groped for the phone, took it, and texted a short message. Sent. What's next? So the fridge is it's almost empty. There's some peanut butter left. It would be a sin not to finish it. That reminds me, I have like 3 jars of peanut butter for like no reasons. We bought like what? No, we even bought the first one. We were given 2 by some neighbors because I assume they just got their food from like somewhere and they did not want the 2 pieces of freaking the 2 jars of peanut butter. And well, how do I say? We have 3 now. We had the original one I think we bought, and then 2 more, which I don't even know what I'm gonna do with all that peanut butter. I'll be honest. That's a lot of gosh darn peanut butter. The answer came surprisingly quick. Thanks. Pretty short, what can I say, but usually he does not get off with one word. They must be really busy. My parents are not very often invited to business trips at the same time, even though they work in the same clinic. So if I don't eat now, I won't survive till tomorrow. And then nobody will put the club room in order for sure. I threw the wet towel on the chair. I'd better not forget to lay it out to dry. The shower didn't help to take the dreariness away at all. Now, I'm not capable of doing anything now. My limit is so close to windows and sprawl on the bed. My limit is to close the windows and my limit is to close the windows and sprawl on the bed. It's great that all the club chores will certainly end tomorrow. I need to catch the head up by any legal and illegal means as well. Maybe I shall meet him at the school entrance, but then I'll have to come earlier. I do not know when exactly he will come. Tomorrow, all the classes have approximately the same schedule. It would be wiser to get taught after the homeroom. All grades have it all at the same time before the holidays. That'll do. What is here? I reached for my cell phone listlessly. I'll sort it out tomorrow. I'm so tired, but yeah, I think we can do Sith about it yesterday, and then there are plastic flamingos in the living room now. My aunt bought them. What the hell? What flamingos? Why? And I scrolled lower and saw a photo. Isn't that all? Kurt! You won't believe it. That's hilarious. Just look at that. He's stretching so cute, not even suspecting what's going to happen now, lol. And then he mused plaintively, God, he's so cute. What do you think? I think he's just wonderful. So funny. LMAO, kitty fell. Watch till the end. He's looking at the camera like, why are you doing this? Just like Seth and when you push him off the couch. How does having a cat work in this world? I still have not had that question answered. I need answers, please. And look at these And look at these. Got sent to me from Tumblr. It's like one we know about. And I assume these are all like supposed to be friends of the group or other members as well. We've only met one, I think. Yes, sir. Why, Romano? You know that I'm not interested in that at all. It would be much better to send it to Seth. I absolutely do not know what to respond. How to respond at such messages. Oh, will the stream of funny videos and pictures ever end? After a bunch of meaningless messages, my eyes caught onto a familiar name. By the way, about Seth, have you talked to him about the summer yet? I mean, have you discussed plans? We haven't discussed anything yet. Usually Seth goes abroad with his family for a few weeks. Probably this year it'll be the same. Drowsiness overcomes me. I don't want to answer anything. Romano hangs in this social media 24 hours a day. He surely would win typing on the phone Olympics if it really existed. I was always amazed by those who can generate thousands of sentences on different topics so easily. Me too, Chief. Me too. I'm exactly like that. I don't know how people do it. You know, how do you just keep on yapping? How's that possible? He must be an extra extrovert. Extra extrovert. What a term. Does that even make sense? Maybe not. And that's not only about messages. His friends are counted with hundreds and photos with thousands. Where does Romano get so much free time? And frivolity. Posting so much personal data in the internet is stupid. I am tired of never-ending data flow. Social media is evil. And there is nothing that can hurt me in the future on my page. Even while chatting with the guys online, I never wrote anything really personal. Besides, I registered here only for Romano and Seth, but they couldn't convince me yet that this thing is really necessary. You fall asleep? Good night, see you tomorrow. Winky face with the fucking little cat mouth. Yes, I am asleep. Well, almost asleep. Accompanied by a small feeling of hunger, I hugged the pillow and closed my eyes. Oh, poor fellow. All he had was peanut butter. I stand still, afraid to take a step and reveal my location. Right now, I'm in the very center of their lair. Any mistake may result in my elimination. I shouldn't be here and watch them working. No, please, don't do that. I'm innocent. There's an elderly man in a chair. His hands and legs are tied. Guards with rifles are standing next to him. Tough guys. I heard a sound of footsteps. I got tense. Somebody is coming out of the shadows. Mr. President? He holds a folder with papers I've seen before. These secret documents would instantly stop the war. Ah, you did a great job. Found out so much. So sad you'll have to die for that. Why? This agent could have saved our country. Why execute him? Ah. Now it's clear. This war is beneficial to the state. I will expose them. I can smell a rat nearby. Damn, I was spotted. Well, there's a lot of guys. I forgot how to, save. There we go. What shall we do? Come out of hiding and fight? Or hide? Run and save your own life. I don't think we can beat these guys. I must run. To the right. To the right again. And remember the way out. I will survive. I hear shots from behind. No. Today I won't eat lead. Ugh. I tripped over something and fell. My phone? I grabbed it and looked at the screen. The cat Romano sent me began crawling out of the phone. Is that a secret weapon of the military forces? I don't think so, buddy. This is a very interesting dream we're having. Gotcha, Kurt. And I looked back and saw my friend. It looks like he works for the government, too. Take him! The cats immediately rushed at me and began licking my hands. It hurts. Their tongues are rough. Will I die here? Romano, how can you... I even lent you money for pudding. Cat boys? Cat boys. Hail to thee, Shoko. How are you doing? I hope you're doing quite alright on this fine Tuesday. Sunny Tuesday it is for me. A sunny day. And I was able to kind of take a nap after waking up at 5 to do things. And man, I was very tired after doing said things. But all is fine. Everything went black, and... Is it morning already? I got up and wiped the sweat off my forehead. I was dreaming of some nonsense. I took a look at my phone and noticed a blinking screen. Message? Oop, I misrolled. A message? I've heard a signal while sleeping, so somebody really texted me. What you doing? A message from Seth at 2 o'clock in the morning. That's very early. You're doing probably good? Thanks. Probably good. Well, I hope that probably becomes a definitely. A definitely good, okay? Hopefully all is okay. That's weird. He knows perfectly well that I go to bed early. Was he really so bored that he decided to wake me up? It's pointless to answer now. I put the phone down. Everything went wrong since the very morning. The toothpaste slipped off the brush and fell right in the sink. The table treacherously blocked my pinky's fingers away. The omelet was burnt and went right into the garbage. I don't believe in destiny, but something tells me that today isn't the best day of my life. Me when inconvenienced at all. I won't be surprised if my rope says that Aquarius has an inauspicious horoscope for today. It is time to go already, but I stand in the kitchen wearing pajamas and saying goodbye to my breakfast. A pathetic scenery, but I must put myself together. I will be hungry, but I won't be late. Damn, this poor boy, all he ate was whatever was left out of a peanut butter jar, and this boy, he can't cook. He can't cook for shit. I feel bad for him. Even though I've recently cut my hair, it still feels too hot. The sun burns mercilessly, heating the bus window and everything behind it. This game is too promising to see it, so you need to go. Okay, Shoko. I'll see ya around. Have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And may the gods bless you. May the stars shine in your honor. Where was I reading? Blah, 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 blah. There we go. Yeah, I already read that sentence. Ah, cute little emote. The game's on itch.io, by the way. It's not on Steam. For free! Because a lot of itch.io games are free. Creaking of the old vehicle's wheels drown in girls' happy voices. I involuntarily listen to their conversations. That's what she told me. Hey, are you listening? He liked my profile picture. Can you imagine that he visited my profile? I wish his girlfriend noticed it. What does that mean? Shame on you. Have you ever tried to wear such heels? It's hard. Yesterday we were learning a new dance. Of course you've missed the rehearsal, but that's okay. You'll catch up with us in no time. I want to sleep so much. Me too. I was so upset. I thought I wouldn't go anywhere today, but my mother made me. Don't you like my skirt? I jumped realizing that we've passed Seth's stop. We always go to school on this bus together. He would have warned me if he was late. I was seized with fear. Nothing happened to him, did it? Without opening contacts, I dialed the right number from memory. Who is so fearless to wake me up? He is just sleeping. I'm almost embarrassed that I began worrying so easily. Listen, why do I have to wake you up? The bus you need left a long time ago, and so did I. Homeroom is in 20 minutes. Ah, it's you. I'm getting up. He yawned loudly. I won't be surprised if he falls back asleep. Come on, quickly. Feel lonely without me? Yeah, very lonely, so hurry up. He gave a chuckle. You should have heard your grumbling. You could have tried to say it kindly. I dropped the call. Next time I won't talk to him on the phone. It's annoying. Oop. I've put the phone down and involuntarily immersed in other people's conversations again. He's so pretty. Do you think he'll smile at me if I stare at him? I don't think that's what you ought to do, but you can give it a shot. It's more likely he'll get scared. Stop molesting guys in buses. Where are you going on vacation this summer? Romano's stop was left behind. Did they conspire or what? I took out my phone. Where are you? The bus has already left. It's homeroom today, remember? Your SMS has woken me up, thanks. Well, the teacher will scold me for sure. I'll be soon. What were those night birds doing that they couldn't get up in time? I'm unused to going without sonorous Roman and relaxed Seth. Their voices are pleasant to listen to, unlike the voices of the strangers. The bus stopped and took so many passengers that now it must be bursting at the seams. A big guy sat down next to me and literally pressed me into the glass. How can anyone that big be a student at all? Great. Just wonderful. Poor Kurt. Oh no. The school day began in the assembly hall. The principal and a couple of teachers summed up the rest of the year, praised the excellent students, and threatened to expel the bad ones. Year after year, nothing changes. It seems that they even mentioned the same last names. After half an hour of talking about nothing, we were let go to our classes. Unlike my expectations, Seth wasn't late for the homeroom. I won't be surprised if he came by cab or even a personal driver. I still don't get why he comes with us in the stuffy bus while having such opportunities. Here, as usual, we were told how to behave on holidays, what to do for everything to be alright, and what not to do to avoid getting in jail. We heard that all every year. Even the president's New Year speech is more interesting. During the boring speech, Romano rushes into the classroom and was punished for that. He wasn't allowed to sit down till the end of the lesson. Besides him, Blue got scolded for literally counting crows. He was so carried away by looking at the birds outside the window that he didn't hear anything the teacher was saying. Again, nothing new. As a result, I had to look for Todd myself. Seth left to discuss something with our homeroom teacher for some reason, and Romano ran to his club. Looks like the photo club has plenty of work to do. I came up to the door I need. Here is the club head's classroom. I hope that I will be luckier this time. A petite girl comes out of the room. Kurt! We are not alone. Nice t-shirt. Kurt, good to see you. I was just on my way to the club. We need to discuss so much before the holidays. She got a radio on there. And like goggles. I like the color of her hair though. How it goes from like a burgundy. I don't know my colors, but how it goes from that to like a blue. That's very nice. Here is Clover, our main activist. I wonder then why she. My misreading is happening again. I wonder then why didn't she come yesterday, or did important topics appear only today? Okay, cute. That's cute. 18. Height. You know what? We're like the same height, basically. Family unknown. Third grade of high school student. Member of the UFO study club. Always changes hair colors. Wears bright clothes, very clearly. High school student. Activist of the UFO club. Active and initiative are her strength. Misuses her strengths is a weakness. I wonder how. How does she misuse her strengths? Shortcomings, she's odd. Obsessed with UFOs and aliens, you would think that's good. Hugs painfully. Uh-oh. Always talks to walkie-talkie, always interrupts, and eats lots of sweets. Superpowers can encourage anyone to do anything. She's the group's little hype man, essentially. Only yesterday her hair was just raspberry. She dyes it so often, it's extraordinary that she didn't lose all her hair yet. I want to touch her locks and check their quality, but I'm afraid they'll be misunderstood. And it's not important now. Hi. Is the head with you? He just left. I think he'll pay us a visit today. I missed him again. I should take a photo. I should take a photo. I should take a look in the. Damn, I can't read. I should take a look into the club room. Although, what do I hope for? Alternatively, I could ask Clover about the loss. She has been in the club since the very beginning too. Maybe she knows about it. Listen, yesterday I found something like an inventory list. It says we must have a planetarium. Do you know anything about it? Have you ever seen it? Planetarium? I think it... Are you sure we have something like that? I have never seen it. How suspiciously she hesitated at the beginning. Are you sure? I will stare at her purposefully. Maybe she'll blurt something. Yes, I haven't seen anything like that. There was no planetarium in the UFO study club. And this time she sounds more confident, much more confident, but it doesn't make her words more reliable. I still need to find Todd. I turned around, heading to the club, and at that moment I was called. I remember. What? Will it finally clear up what is that planetarium? We don't really need it, but I am haunted by the fact that we are supposed to have it, but we don't. It is like a cake with a dent from a sherry, but without the sherry itself. Clover pushed her hands almost up to her elbows in her bag, trying to find something in the bottom. Just don't tell me she will take the planetarium from it like a rabbit from a hat. I've heard many things about women's handbags, but it's surely bigger than that. Look! Fucking Saitama? Hello? What's that? It's an alien. Tonight they made contact with me. I remembered bright flashes of light in those faces. Those faces. She pokes her finger at her drawing to look more convincing, smudging the pencil line a little. They spoke to me in our language. They had asked me to fly with them, but when I tried to make a step, I woke up. What a pity! I could have seen their planet. I've never seen such a variation of alien appearance. They are usually portrayed quite differently. Although her variant isn't worse, as unsubstantiated as most of them. Clover's variant is even funny. Her alien is such a fashionista. I accidentally fell asleep without a sleep mask. It hasn't happened to me in a long time. You know, bright morning light hurts my eyes. I hate this feeling. So maybe aliens could contact me because of that? I'm pretty sure that it was just a dream. She is so impressionable. My sleep mask is made of silk. Maybe that it blocks alien waves? Tonight I won't wear it for sure. She told me about her encounter with a UFO at the beginning of the school year. She describes the aliens and their fancy spacesuits very colorfully, but after that it turned out that she had a sunstroke and was a little off. Oh goodness gracious. Although Clover is still sure that her state had nothing to do with it. At the moment I wanted to answer, she snatched the sheet from my hands. I showed you, but I can't give it. It's a secret information. She looked around and nodded her head affirmatively, saying it's clear. The walkie-talkie, which Clover probably carries with her even in the shower, crackled. She moved it to her ear and listened, still nodding. I think I won't comment on that. About the secret information. Yesterday I wanted to sort your papers, but didn't have enough time. Would you like to do it yourself? You can leave them in the club room for the holidays. Just put everything in order. You touched my notes? Why? Maybe you managed to read it? If she doesn't like me touching them, why did she leave them at the table at all? Am I the only one who thinks that a table is a working place and not a storage for all sorts of stuff? So did you read it? Her intonation suddenly changed from indignation to interest. And what did you think? I didn't. Wait. You distracted me. I need to find the head the sooner the better. So, what are we waiting for? He must be in the club already. Anyway, what did you... I entered the club room and quickly look around. Kurt was not having any more of that. Kurt just dipped. He's like, no more. I must go. Just immediately left. Leave her to her own devices if he must. Let me just catch my breath. Let me relax my voice a little. Just a little. And I must say, I do like the designs of all the characters. I like them a lot. And I entered the club room and quickly looked around. Merope, Clover, and Evan are here. Only Seth, the newcomer, and of course, the head are missing. Like there was any doubt. Seth has arrived. Did you miss me? Correction. Now only 2 are missing. You are fast. What's up with the t-shirt? Oh, nothing important. Did they make you go to summer classes too? Maybe. Wait a minute, 2? Wait a minute, 2? You have problems with your studies? He said, maybe? That's weird and not like him. He has great grades. I don't remember him failing even a single exam. I have to go to extra classes only because Mr. Hister gave me a bad grade. I'm not to blame that there's such rubbish in textbooks. He didn't even want to listen to my version of events. Not so sad. I know exactly how you feel, Clover. Mr. Hister always follows the textbook and considers any different opinion as a priori wrong. Priori. I don't think I've heard of that word. What does priori mean? Let me check. Priori. Definition. Let's see. Priori, okay. Relating to or derived by reasoning from self-evident propositions. Okay, so it's basically just deduction or deductive. Similar word, deductive. Interesting. Never heard of that one. Come on, don't be sad. We'll show him who's right. Certainly. He will regret that he decided to conduct summer classes. Seth chuckled and patted her on the shoulder as a sign of approval. Has the head come yet? Nah, he hasn't. Maybe he is in the classroom? I just came from there. He's not. It's strange that he's not even here either. Maybe he was abducted by aliens? Calm down. Just calm down. Oh no. Seth's already panicking a little. I mean Kurt, not Seth. Kurt! Are there any other options? Maybe the roof? It's much easier to abduct from there. Indeed, where else to abduct but if not from the roof? He looks at me sarcastically. They're kidding me! Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you understand. Did everyone conspire or what? Or did I carelessly get involved in the game called Make Kurt Run Up and Down the Stairs? I looked doubtfully at Clover. She must have felt my distrust. The hand likes to walk on the roof very much. Let me check it. No need, I'll do it myself. Rose had enough. The last thing I need is Clover to get lost. I know her. She will go up the roof, notice some interesting cloud or butterfly, and then all goes down the drain. Let me go with you. I'm afraid otherwise the negotiations will fail. Is that the reproach? For some reason, yesterday you didn't want to accompany me. Are you questioning my diplomatic abilities? Well, yeah. Damn, no trust in Kurt at all. He also made his special sly face. Either way, he is really better than me at talking. Let's go already. Seth unceremoniously turned me around and pushed me gently, setting the right direction. On the way to the roof, our crusade got stuck between the second and the third floor. Two girls blocked our way. One looked briskly because of her curled tail, the other looked much more modest. Briskly, huh? Briskly. The modest one was about our age. Her friend looked like a high school student. The brisk girl glared contentedly and demanded of Seth to step away and have a talk. Oh, not that. Girls always revolve around Seth and distract him from the studies. As soon as we get to the canteen and on the street or just step out of the classroom, they appear immediately. It's a really bad timing. We have an important business that cannot be delayed. The girl repeated her demand, and her tone sounded like Seth was challenged to a duel, not to another confession. Kurt, wait here a little. Yeah? What else can I do? Of course I will wait. Yeah, I've stood still, walked from one side to another, finally raced past the last stairwell and stopped at the third floor. I hope this talk will end soon. Well, I've heard a quiet, soft voice, although I've heard everything as clear as if I was standing right next to them. Well, come on, don't mumble. Do it the way we practiced. A brisk voice that pretends to be a whisper. I guess it's like one girl forcing the other girl to like say whatever she's gotta say. Oh no. Poor gal. It's all clear that is some kind of support group, though with only one cheerleader. But what a supportive one. So the summer came. Please don't talk about the weather. Get to the point. Kurt is an impatient fellow. I first met you at the beginning of the school year, and since then I can't stop thinking about you. I really tried, but I can't. How about getting to know each other? I mean, becoming friends. Friendship. How about going somewhere together on the summer holiday? You don't have to pay for me, nothing like that. I just want to take a walk. I like you, but I don't want to impose. I would be glad to simply be near you. Everything as usual. Do you think that if you came all of a sudden and say that you want to be near, Seth will agree? He sees you for the first time in his life. He doesn't know you at all. There are a lot of people like you. Seth always rejects them. I wonder why. He sort of likes to chat with the girls, and some of those who come and confess to him were pretty tolerable or even cute. Okay, tolerable by your standards? Kurt, come on. And we've never discussed this. We have other things to talk about. Maybe Seth thinks too that all this tenderness and all this romance is just a waste of time? Listen, this is your friends and mine's conversation, right? Yeah? The brisk voice agreed. Then can you step away like my friend did? Oh. Please, private affairs should be resolved in privacy, not like this. Don't worry, I won't bite her. That's alright, Alex. Wait for me somewhere. She agreed, and according to the dying sounds of her footsteps, she walked away. Alright, listen. Abby. My name is Abby. Good. Abby. His voice sounded very nice. Though he rejects, he does it as gently as possible. I'm grateful for entrusting me with your feelings. That's very important and undeniably pleasant, really. But unfortunately, I can't reciprocate. Then maybe you could give me your phone number? To chat someday? I'm sorry, but no, that's private. I felt a strong feeling of deja vu. Every time it goes the same way. Soon it will be over and we will finally get to the roof. I hope Todd will be there. Yes, we were so slow. Even if he had been there, he had time to escape. It means we won't see each other in the summer? That's for sure. In fact, we may never see each other again. Wow. Today Seth is pretty cruel in his expressions. That's like a terminal shot to the head. I've heard a quiet sob. That's the first time I hear it. Apparently it really hit her hard. What did she expect? Is she crying? I even feel pity for her. I bent over, looking downstairs through the railing to ensure that my ears hadn't deceived me. They hadn't. The modest girl was bursting into genuine tears, and Seth was whispering something soothing, patting her head. What is he saying to her? I can't make it out. That's strange. He usually keeps a distance. It turned out to be a kinda unusual confession. Damn. It turns out I'm eavesdropping. Even peeking. Even the fact that the whole school hears them doesn't justify it. Finish it already! Damn, like, you can settle down, Kurt. Abby lost her temper and hugged Seth in a rush of feelings. He didn't push her away, although I thought he certainly would do it. Why not? He knows her for only 5 minutes and he accepts hugs so easily? Is he really so contemptible? That's very weird and unnatural. He shouldn't act like that with some girls. He wastes too much time. Seth gave Abby a handkerchief and she accepted it shyly. Sorry, I have to go. I've got things to do. Yes, I understand. Thank you for listening and thank you for being. A little mistranslation, I think, there. Seth patted the girl's head again and nodded. It must be a sign to her friend, like the talk is over. After that, Seth finally began coming up to me. No need to tell me, I've heard everything. What makes you think that I wanted to tell you? Maybe we were gossiping behind your back. Yeah, of course. What a scene it was. She even burst into tears. You are so cruel. Genuine tears are a sign of real feelings. Falling in love is a scary thing. It brings suffering and pain. Sometimes there are even more constant pros. No wonder I'm not finding love tempting. I never fell in love, and I don't really want to after these words. If it really hurts, then it's good that this plague has passed by me. We finally headed to the roof. Bingo! Is Todd really here? I hurried after Seth and made sure of it myself. The head stands, leaning against the fence just like I did yesterday. He is looking into the distance and doesn't know that we're about to disrupt his peace. Todd! Good to see you! We were just looking for you. Get the number. Todd Manning. Like a smidge taller than me, I think. Family, unknown. 3rd grade of high school, member of the UFO study club. Big glasses. Oh man, imagine one of the thing you're known for is having big glasses. What an interesting thing to be known for. Big glasses. Inconspicuous appearance, silent voice. High school student, undeserved head of the UFO study club. Damn. Undeserved, huh? Strength and weaknesses. Strength. Knows lots about stars. Weaknesses. Everything else is a weakness. Damn. Shortcomings. Is organized. Always has his head in the clouds. Fears me. And is indifferent. Why is he afraid of Kurt? I know Kurt is kinda stoic, you know? But that's nothing to be afraid of. Bad habits. Pulls his ears at club meetings. Superpowers. Teleports from Evan's back to any place except the right one. does not perform duties of the head no matter what. Look at him. Seth, Kurt, is that you? He's got the Big Dipper on his shirt. That could be the big one or the little one. I think it's the big one. Hello. Todd came up to us. Why are you always hiding? Today's the last day of school, the last school day. Everybody is waiting for you. Besides, what's that? Seth put his hand on my shoulder, drawing my attention, putting his finger to his lips. Right. I'm not a diplomat now. I must stand silent and leave all the work to the professional. Today is this year's last official roundtable. Could you come? All the guys are there. It won't be the same without you. That was it. That's what it is, diplomacy. As for me, that's just coddling. Why do we have to entreat the grown guy to come to the club meeting where he is supposed to be in charge? Complete irresponsibility. Besides, we didn't come for that. Yes, of course, I will come. It's just the stars are so beautiful today. I can't stop looking at them. Is that supposed to be an excuse or what? It's day, what stars? The fact you don't see them doesn't mean they aren't there. Stars are always watching us from the sky. The fact I don't see them is enough for me to doubt their beauty in the moment. The chairman sighed mournfully, and it pissed me off even more. Calm down, Kurt, calm down. Maybe we can go right now? The newcomer will be there soon. It won't be good if we will miss each other. The stars will surely wait for you. ... Would you like to stand with me for a while? He's stalling. I don't like it. I'm staring at Seth, hoping he will challenge the subject. He will change the subject. The home planetarium is all we need. Alright, let's stand. The weather is wonderful today. Come on, Seth, seriously? You know what? Let's just count on Seth. I hope he knows what he's doing. I don't want to discuss the weather for half an hour. Seth came closer to the head, and I followed him. We both stared at the slowly moving clouds. I can physically feel time passing. Slowly. Very slowly. How do you like today's lunch, Todd? Seth, what are you doing? That's an absolutely wrong topic. Tasty. But there was a fight in the dining room again. I've already heard about it. Baseball players had a skirmish with swimmers. Yeah, they were throwing meatballs at each other. And they were punished by the cooks for that. I think somebody got nailed with a ladle. That's right. You shouldn't play with food. Silence fell once again. Is Seth's conversation going wrong? You spend much time here, right, Todd? It's beautiful here. I've noticed it long ago. Yeah, it's very beautiful here. And so serene. Serene? That's great. Don't you feel the same? Everything became so peaceful when you watched the clouds moving from here. Peaceful. And sometimes, eventually, everything really becomes peaceful here. I wish it was always like that. I want it very much. You can see the stars perfectly well from here at night. I doubt that students are allowed to be on the rooftop, at the roof in nighttime. Speaking of stars, I've heard the club used to have a home planetarium. Finally, he got to the topic I need. It would be wonderful for all of us to gather together and watch its projections. So, do you know where it is now? I'm afraid we won't be able to find it without your help. Oh, he looks more worried. Yikes, everybody that's been a part of the... I suppose I'll call them the old guard. The old guard seem rather weary of this topic. For some reason. No, I don't know anything. His voice changed. He got nervous. He certainly hides something. I don't get it. Why these mysteries? Did someone really steal the planetarium? It's pretty expensive. Or someone broke it down and now is afraid to confess. If that's true, then our head is the most suspicious. Always missing somewhere, and when he's in the club, he always has his head in the clouds. No wonder if he wasn't careful and accidentally tripped over the projector, which didn't survive this collision. But why hide it? He doesn't want to pay for it? Or am I wrong? Maybe that's not our club's list at all. Maybe astronomy club? Seth focused on the last sentence, and it worked. The head hesitated even more. No, I don't think it's so at all. That's our list, because there's the new TV I personally received from the curator. He reacts way too suspiciously. Let's go down. Everybody must be waiting for us. It's hard to imagine more unnatural behavior. Why would someone like him worry about being late? He is prevaricating. That's another word I don't know. Prevaricating. Prevaricating. Definition. Prevaricate. To speak or write evasively. Equivocate, the synonym is to lie. To behave in an evasive or indecisive manner, usually in delay. Well, that he does very much. He is prevaricating. Seth noticed it too. And it annoys me. I'm his deputy. Don't I deserve his trust? I don't think it's about distrust for you, personally. Todd got tense when I was talking about the astronomy club. Maybe something interesting happened there? I don't think so. That club collapsed because of its unpopularity. It must have been a mediocre club. Their room was taken by the UFO club and there is no planetarium. It means it's either in the storeroom or someone really stole it? I stare at Seth questioningly. He shrugged his shoulders. But if not one of us stole it, then there's no use looking for it. And if one of us stole it, then there is use. Not in this life, dude. No one will just say, yes, I've stolen it. Oh, I'm so sorry, I'll definitely return it. Bro does not... He is not trusting. He's not pleased. Isn't that what you've always wanted? What? I don't understand what he's talking about. You always wanted to investigate the real case, not just speculate and theorize. Real case? Well, that's like looking for a runaway cat. An ordinary and trivial case. Absolutely wrong scale. Seth chuckled. Someone isn't honest. He cast his look at me. Why do you care so much about it? Why do you care about it so much then? Besides, it can be not as easy as you think. Let's suggest that the planetarium was stolen by a UFO and... Stop making fun of me. Why are you so nervous? Clover would appreciate it. I'm trying to solve the problem and he only wants to mock me. Let's go back, otherwise Todd will get lost somewhere. We headed for the exit. To sum it up, I've learned only the fact that the head is hiding something. The girls acted suspiciously as well. And I don't get anything from Todd, and then I can only hope that the planetarium will be in the storage room. Why did this list appear only now, just before the holidays? Looks like everybody is here. We praise Mr. President. Even Todd reached the destination. And the only thing is that he obviously feels insecure, hesitating next to the table, unable to sit down. Seth took the last place on the couch, ending up between the two girls. I can only sit at the table. Pulling out the chair, I noticed that the head is looking at me. Come on, sit down. He stood for a while and finally listened to me. A knock at the door sounded and some guy entered the room. I hope I'm on time. Yes, come in. Take a seat. All right, there is a newcomer too. He looked around and noticed a place in front of me. Everyone is finally here. I haven't seen some of you for a while. And I hope you won't be skipping our next meetings this year. First of all, I would like to introduce our newcomer, David Opossum. Opossum, he's kind of dripped out. Look at his like forehead. It's got like stuff on it, marking like a, I don't know, pattern, I suppose is the way I'd put it. Huh. Okay. Whoop. I hope that, fuck. I was just trying to take a screenshot. Okay, I guess the game said no. No screenshot for you. Hold on. Okay, we do have a screenshot, so I don't know why the game decided to just destroy itself that way. It's fine. We'll get it back up and running. 'Tis not a problem. Load. Count on Seth. Skip a bit. There we go. See? Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. And let me see. It's showing up on... Yes, it is. Lovely. First of all, I would like to introduce our newcomer, Opossum. David Opossum. David Opossum. David Opossum. She pointed at David with her palm. Hi everybody. I hope we will become friends. Hold on, let me just... Okay, yep, that was the next line. Clover leaped from the sofa and instantly got in front of the newcomer, holding out a hand. Nice to meet you. My name is Clover. We will surely become friends. David held her hand and instead of shaking it, he put it to his lips. How lovely. Looks like she isn't confused at all. So, do you like aliens? Yeah, especially with hot sauce. Clover looked at him with an expression full of disbelief. To tell the truth, I don't know much about UFOs, but you seem to know very much. How about getting to know each other better? Did he come here to pick up girls or what? I think that may be his prerogative. No, I won't let you down. I'll tell you everything about them. First of all, hold on, Clover. Let us all introduce ourselves. Sorry. She retreated, and then David stood up, attracting everyone's attention. You know my name already. Merope and I are classmates. Wow, I didn't expect that even classmates call her Merope. I thought that's our club's quirk. It's not her real name after all. I'm 18, blood type is AB negative, height is 180 centimeters, astrological sign is Gemini. Who is he fooling? He's at his best is 172 centimeters. Not meters, that would be an insane height. I like hanging out with friends. If you are looking for an adventure or want to get involved into kick-ass stories, you know where to find me. A friend of mine works in a movie theater. That's why I often watch movies for free. Maybe you will accompany next time? By the way, I'm single. I can tell. He winked at the girls. Favorite sport, surfing. Favorite dish, pizza with olives. I love olives. Me and him are on the opposite sides of that scale. Olive hater number 1, that's me. Not an enjoyer of olives. Favorite animal, octopus. Wow, I love octopuses too. They're adorable and very tasty. Come to my place. I'll show you my octopus. Who's this guy? Even I got goosebumps when I saw Evan casting his annihilating glance at David. We got like, this is like the first introduction of Evan. I'm telling the truth. His name is Barney, and he is quite a charmer. And has tentacles. And what tentacles he has. I yawned involuntarily. Let's sum up. Mental freaking freaking dossier. 18, probably, I'm assuming correct about the height. Unknown family. Now member of the UFO study club. Dyes hair. Looks silly. I like how that's Kurt's way of like saying, ah, yes, this person is kind of stylish. It's just that they look silly. They look silly. Stylish is just silly to Kurt. Strange intonations. High school student, newcomer to the UFO club, dubious motivation to join the club. Strengths unknown yet. Weaknesses, ladies man. Talks too much and it's unclear when he's joking and when he's serious. Unknown habits and unknown, quote unquote superpowers. ... I hope you like it here. Well, you know me. I'll tell you about the guys. And she looked around the room and glanced at me. That's Kurt. He studies in the secondary school and... That's fine, we can introduce ourselves. The name is Kurt. I'm the head's deputy, so ask me if you have any questions. Our hands met in a handshake. And that's our head, Todd. Todd awkwardly held his hand to David. I'm glad that another wonderful student has joined our club. All our guys are very nice. I hope you'll have some fun with us. He says he is happy, but in reality, he will surely escape from here at the first opportunity. My name is... Oops. We know each other already. Clover is the same as usual. I'm the chief scientist of our club. I collect information and write articles. I even have a column in the school newspaper. Make sure you read them in your spare time. I would doubt the scientific nature of her activities. They all... Kurt, where did he put my notes? Maybe we still have the last number? They are... Oh, never mind. You can read them. You can read later. Don't worry. She didn't even let me finish. Damn. Besides, she suddenly moved her broken walkie-talkie to her ear. We'll finish this later. Clover stepped away, holding her walkie-talkie. And she's off. The last guy that was sitting at the table shook David's hand. I'm Evan. Huh. That's a good grip. Do you work out? David released his hand and dangled it a little, trying to ease the pain. He looks so fuck-ass mad. Bro's angry. He's actually 180 centimeters. Unknown information about the family, member of the club, well-built, unpleasant gaze. High school student. Strengths are patient, diligent, and hardworking. Uncommunicative, there we go, is the weakness. Shortcomings, looks intimidating, not proactive. Bad habits, reads in the dark. I'm sure that's not good for the eyes. Can read any book in an hour, damn. Quick. Always has lunch money. Always, man is not lacking in that lunch money. Bro is getting his freaking calories in, okay? He's a big boy. He needs all the calories he can get. Funny. Stretching out a little. I gotta use the restroom. I'll be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. Now that I think about it, the translations ain't so bad. Like, sure, it's a little hiccupy here and there, right? A couple of words maybe missing, or something maybe written in a way that's kind of hard to read, but otherwise, I feel like the translations are generally pretty alright. They're pretty fine. Let's continue on here. To be honest, Evan is pretty creepy. He radiates danger and I wouldn't cross him. I can't imagine what's on his mind. I don't know what's on Todd's mind either, but at least he looks harmless. Evan and I barely talk to each other, even though he visits the club almost every day. He usually sits at the table and reads books silently. And almost every book that is standing on the shelves now has made its way into the club because of him in one way or another. Romano tried to talk to him a few times, but Marope was quick to save our friend from certain death. There are so many controversial rumors about Evan, and it's hard to understand if they make sense at all. He's usually called a bully behind his back, but disciplinary penalties have never been applied to him. Besides, he studies perfectly well. And I still don't know anything about him. Secretive man. My name is Seth. I'm playing Mario here. I think we'll get along. We definitely will. David is David going to fool around in the club too? I hope I'm wrong. I don't need another idler here. That will do nothing for the club. Everybody are fairly good at it, even without his help. Our girls, Clover rather helps than not. She's always there, writing some works scientific only because their author called them so. She's always glad to be active, and usually she brings us to different events. Thanks to Clover, not so long ago we visited a cave on the shore. It was interesting. It took me a while to get used to her quirks, but they bring our club some charm. Everybody would be too bored without Clover. Marope is not bad either, but she comes and goes whenever she wants. And she kind of sits in the place. She kind of sits on the place, but as soon as she is called, she vanishes. She is usually pleasant to talk to, but there's a but. She doesn't listen to me. Maybe I'm not authoritative enough for her because I'm younger, but she doesn't obey Todd either, although he's the head of the club. Todd, he's different. There's always wind in his head. And he himself is like the wind. It's completely unknown where he will go at this time. To the right, to the left, somewhere else where I won't be able to find him. The wind never comes to the club room, though it's drafty in here. It's far from clear how he still keeps his status. I've tried to talk to Marope about that once, but she scolded me for this saying, that I'm an intriguer. Intriguer? What a statement. I agree, because I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. And Seth, he's a notorious idler too. I think procrastinator is the word you're looking for. He plays console games all day long, and with his accomplice Romano, who always appears here God knows how. There's something good in Seth. It's cozy and comfortable with him. Even if everyone runs into the fog, he's always there. He always stays till the end. Sorry. And Evan is just Evan. It's a pity that you joined only now. You missed so many interesting things. The main occupation of our club is sloppiness, playing video games, peeking through a telescope for girls changing clothes. Oh no, what the hell? Sculpting tinfoil hats and other entertainments from Clover. Is having discussions. Here you can talk freely about anything. Don't you look for aliens or something like that? A reasonable question. Of course we do. In fact, no one but me wants to spend much time on it. Once a week, usually on a Friday, we have a mandatory meeting where we share our news from the last few days. We also attend exhibitions, go on journeys, watch movies, or analyze old newspaper clippings. On Tuesdays, I conduct astrology courses, tell about fates and of what stars promise us. Pretty often, girls come to us and ask to read their tarot cards and always stare at me. I hope they come not only for that. Besides, in school I gather information about meeting the aliens. Actually, many have seen aliens and UFOs. Maybe at this very second someone's little dog is abducted. Not their little dog. But not for experiments. Just to be friends with it. Ah, good. Aliens are nice, I'm sure. I must document all this information. Wow, you have fun here. I like it. I need to dilute their words with something constructive. Aside from everything that has been said, we do research, keep a log of the movement of celestial bodies. Yes, recently we made a mock-up of the solar system. Just like astronomers. Cool. But Clover didn't stop. She created mock-ups of different galaxies, right? Yep. However, they turned out too big. I had to take them home. David, did you know that there are cheeseburger galaxies? The ones that look like cheeseburgers? How about hamburgers? Ask Clover. She discovered them. I haven't seen those yet. My number one issue is that odd cheeseburger galaxies. My number one issue is to add cheeseburger galaxies to the official list. Usually they are difficult to see. Special conditions must appear to. Well, my constructive word kissed goodbye. What did I want? Making this club function normally is clearly not a task for 1 year of work. Broadly speaking, everybody does what they like. Cool. You're a horoscope expert, right? What do you think of Gemini guys? Gemini are dual, changeable. It brings them charm and fascination. They are ardent and passionately in love. You flatter me. I didn't think I was this good in your eyes. Did you want to take a walk today? Only you and I? David doesn't waste any time. Looks like he's mistook the door. It's not a host club here. How good are Geminis in the love frontier? Other air signs are suitable for your sign. Libra, Aquarius, and a good relationship develops with fire signs. You like air will kindle their inner fire more. If anything, I'm talking about Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. Don't you happen to be a Leo? No, I'm a Capricorn. I can't stand typical Gemini guys. We are completely incompatible. Aw. Don't be offended. It's only in a romantic way. I'm not typical at all. That's why you'll have to try hard to predict everything. Maybe I'm so atypical that I will suit even a Capricorn. Stars don't lie. I see. I think I've heard someone's heart break. David, don't worry. I'll help you find a girlfriend. I can make a horoscope for you for a week. I'll mark auspicious days for developing relationships. Everybody has the power over their fates after all. Stars show the way, but you can always look for a secret path. Everyone has a chance. So there is a chance? He definitely cheered up. The main thing is to do that what you like here and share with your close ones. So if you're abducted by aliens, we should be the first to learn about it. Understood. Well, he's a bit of a womanizer, but hey, he's not too crazy on it, Seems like a decent guy. I'm tired of listening to this nonsense. It's time to get down to business. Today we are going to meet for the last time this academic year, so guess what we are going to do? We are going to do the clean round table. Come on, gather round. Clover pulled up the empty chairs closer to the couch, constructing a semicircle around our far from round table. That is in fact not a round table. I wanted to object, but after all, round table is a good thing too. We can do the cleaning after it. Clover deftly took the foil the foil caps out of her backpack. Brilliant. Like if things could be different. Everybody received their personal signed cap that survived a few round tables like this. They change pretty often, either foils tear up or just the sign becomes outdated. I don't want to ask Clover about the reasons. I'm afraid I'll have to listen to a 90-minute lecture about protecting thoughts from aliens, from alien friends. There was no good hat like that for David. Great, I have a reason to get rid of mine. Everyone took what was happening with enthusiastic pleasure. Well, except Evan. He just silently took his headgear and immediately tried it on. Anyway, why did we need these hats? Like how Evan's like, I actually like these hats. Let's say Clover believes that they protect from alien rays, but doesn't she want to become close to them? Or not so radically? Why am I thinking about it at all? Why every time our meeting why does every time our meeting come why is it every time our meetings turn into a circus? Unfortunately, this question is rhetorical. Why is Todd indulging them? Why is Seth indulging them? And why the hell even you, newcomer, buying it? Stop the world, I want to get off. So listen. The summer comes, and that means only one thing. There will be no club meetings until the fall. That's very sad. You'll just have to get pleasant impressions and get some great memories. If you see anything unusual, tell me. But only in person. Don't write messages or speak on the phone. It can be easily intercepted. And have fun for me. I'll have to watch my nephew all summer, although my mother will be at home too. She said that this is some kind of lesson for me. I don't like it. What children when there are so many interesting things in the world. But I just can't refuse. And sometimes I really think that this baby isn't for this planet. That this baby isn't from this planet. He eats vegetables, can you imagine? And loves broccoli. Damn, bro's just like me. But children don't eat that, right? I filmed that once and then couldn't find my phone for almost 4 days after that. It turned out that it was in a pile of clothes prepared for dry cleaning. It's all for a reason, you know? They want to get rid of the video. I like her conspiracy theorist mindset. She goes crazy. My hand treacherously reaches for my face. He and you will have an exciting summer. I wish so. I would like to go on an expedition to the fields, to see those circles with alien messages. I've only seen them on TV so far. I want to see it with my own eyes so much. It is proved that those circles are the works of Earthlings. Oh, someone contacted me on the walkie-talkie. Clover grabbed the walkie-talkie and put it to her ear. How cleverly she got away from an unpleasant conversation. What plans do you have? My family will go on vacation to the Great Lakes at the end of the summer. Wow, Great Lakes? Will you bring a souvenir to me? All right, David. To me too, partner. How can I not pamper my dear bunny? Of course I will. I would like to go there too, especially after such a wonderful girl. I yawned. The discussion of summer plans went on as usual. Todd hesitated, not knowing what he like to do in the summer. Seth chuckled vaguely. I kept silent as there are no plans for now. David started a story about his past adventures, and here I jumped over the fence. 2 cops were left behind. I had only a few seconds to get my bearings and get the hell out of there. While these 2 were trying to climb over it after me, I disappeared into the depths of the park. Haha, they are supposed to fight crime, but in reality they can hardly fight their own weight. I run and run and run and run. My knuckles were sore from the blows. I showed those hooligans who's the coolest man in Los Angeles. Really? That's weird. Then why do you run out of steam so quickly during PE classes? I just do it on purpose so guys wouldn't feel themselves like weaklings. David can definitely compete with Romano in terms of how much words he can say in 1 minute. Did those cops catch you in the end? Well, actually, that's why I visited extra classes and won't go anywhere this summer. A winner in life. Your summer promises to be eventful. Soon, Gemini will have a series of pleasant acquaintances. Ah, come on, seriously? Even I can compose tons of such horoscopes. Compose? Yeah. I think it has already begun. Alright, he met us. Although it's time for me to be more familiar with just one girl. You, Clover, have an important thing to do. Oh, I knew that. Maybe at least this summer I will find a UFO on camera. Most likely she means looking after your nephew to be that important thing. Don't ruin my dreams. She pouted, acted insulted, and held on for a few seconds, then smiling broadly again. Seth, you have to make a difficult choice. Think twice. A lot will depend on it. Again, absolute abstractions. Evan, you'll have to dare to do something really important. Maybe the past will affect your present. He nodded. Does he really believe in it? I don't know. He just seems he's kind of chill. He's just kind of here, you know? He's just that kind of guy that's just kind of there. He's alright with everything. He must like it if he's coming here every day. Or often, I should say. Doesn't the past always affect the present and the future? Todd, something that will change your life is about to happen. Most likely in a good way, but you have to make every effort for it to happen. Thanks, Merope. Kurt, you have to be more attentive. You risk missing something important. Yeah, while we were chatting here, I'm surely missing something important. Our planetarium, for an instance. I wrote something for Romano, too. Will you give it to him, Seth? He likes me telling about his destiny so much. A small piece of paper migrated to Seth's hand. No problem. He'll definitely be happy. Now, since we have finished looking into the future, let's look at our present. I seriously looked at Todd, and he sighed pitifully. Gotcha. I put a few documents that required his signature in front of him. For example, David's form, because it's the head who must accept new members of to the club, not his deputy. Todd scribbled his signature guiltily. I added short notes in some places. I took the document and examined it closely. Well, very well. I took the unfortunate list of the club's property and added it to Todd. You wrote down the notes, didn't you? The handwriting is definitely yours. Todd drops his pen. He got nervous. He tried to say something but hesitated instead. This is so frustrating. Why can't you speak clearly and straight? The faster we finished it, the sooner we will tide the room and disperse. I'm not eager to stay here for a long time. My stomach has stuck to my spine a long time ago. That feels like a phrase that did not translate too well. My stomach stuck to my spine a long time ago. Someone grabbed me sharp by the neck. Is it really okay to be killed for asking questions now? I miss these gatherings so much, you guys. Too bad we won't meet soon. Did Frail Clover grab me like that? Let me go. I can't breathe. I'm just hugging you. Don't lie. You want to kill me. I shall hug you for all the holidays ahead. What's with all of the sudden loving? She was never eager to hug me before. Is she trying to distract me from Todd? How tempting. Now I'm trapped between two girls. How to get out and not accidentally hit them? I'm jealous. Sure you are. Then now it's your turn. Phew, Seth saved me. Saved my life by luring the girls to himself. I'm jealous too. David's trick didn't work. The girls just patted him on the shoulder. Todd, I will miss you too. That's for the better. That's for the better that our club is so small. We're all like a family. I remember when this room belonged to the astronomy club. Sometimes more than 20 members had come and we had to occupy other rooms. There's no way for so many people here. Yeah, so what? Did they receive a bigger club room? No, the astronomy club closed. But our UFO club opened. Like, instead of astronomy? You watch the stars too, so on. And so on, right? No, our club is absolutely different. Stop interrupting me. Todd, Where's Todd? He's gone already. Wonderful. Just wonderful. His accomplices have managed to distract my attention and he ran away. I'm sick of it. I'm only wasting my time. I must check if the planetarium is in the club storage. Excuse me for a while. Stay at your places and put the room in order, everyone. Yes, sir. Where are you going? To the storage. I'll come with you. Hell no. You won't avoid this year's last cleaning. Stay here. I can do this alone. But no. Just no. Seth, where are you rebuffed? As you can see. So sad, man. I understand your pain. I mean, I was never ejected, but I've got a rich imagination and... By the way, David, you're free to go. You don't have to help us. You've just joined the club after all. Really? Cool. I was just thinking of a little business. When is the next meeting? After holidays. I think everyone said 100 times that the club doesn't work in summer. Too bad. I'll miss you guys. David left our not completely cleared room. Are you sure you don't need my help? It's alright. Maybe you can learn something here. Try to speak to them. Roger that. Seth does not look pleased at that. He is clearly dissatisfied with the fact that he should not only clean up, but also try to get the necessary information from the guys. Don't be long. Little octopus and the random Futurama ship. Doctor Who thing. It's so hot outside. It's not more than 5 minutes of walking to the storage room and I've managed to get sweaty anyway. Here I am, alone with hundreds of boxes of all colors and sizes, piles of old papers and abandoned things that no one will remember about. A minute ago I got worried. I thought that I won't get in here. The key got treacherously stuck in the lock and didn't want to open the door to the storage. For sure Mr. Fighter has set me up by giving me the scratched key. Of course, I've already bored him this year. And the recent Concord funding to buy a TV doesn't give me many options. But he won't suffer any longer. I'll find this planetarium and stop bothering the curator, so he'll be able to sleep peacefully, at least during the summer holidays. Here's the shelf I need. Everything looks like it was on my last visit. A stack of scientific journals, a stack of unscientific journals, a box with CDs that we are finally able to watch in the club room and not at Clover's place. Our room is a bit too tight for our company, especially since we have another buddy. And Clover's mom always bothered us, asking if we were doing fine and if we wanted some tea. Somewhere around the 4th cup, everyone was ready to run away. Maybe she was worried about Clover's safety, and that's understandable. 3 guys in her daughter's room? That's unsafe! Even Evan alone is a little frightening. Just Evan alone was a little frightening, I think. Yep, just Evan alone was a little frightening. What else? A small box with something that belongs to Clover, and I'm not going to open it. And a few boxes with decorations I left after the school festival. A bit far from it, right up against the wall, stands our telescope, our business card, something that fascinates all members of the UFO Club. Next to it, there is a tent and bedrolls in the number of 4. If anybody from outside decided to examine our stuff, they would never guess that what club they belonged to. Everything is as usual, nothing new. No planetariums that decided to visit us. I heard a screech and Romano entered the room, bending under a stack of photo albums. He put them on the table with relief. Bleh. You are really here. Where else would I be? I told you yesterday that I must look for the planetarium. Listen, weren't you hacked in Vicotac? I don't know what that word is. I wrote you, I guess that's like the social media. I wrote you yesterday. You read all the messages, but I received no answer. That's okay. I read them. Nobody can figure out my password. Why didn't you answer then? I wanted to sleep. He pouted. Oh no, poor fellow. I see. What are your plans for the summer? Have you already discussed them with Seth? I have no plans right now. I don't know about Seth, but they usually have family trip in July. So you didn't discuss it? Yeah, well, yeah. No discussions with Seth just yet. It doesn't matter if we talked or not. Like, it changes anything. ... I feel like he knows something. I don't know. Something tells me Romano knows something. Besides, why did you leave without me? I was surprised when they said in the teacher's lounge that the keys had already been taken. What's wrong? Right. Yesterday Romano had asked to come together and I didn't consider it. Sorry, I forgot. You frowned even more. But if you are free now, I would be glad to accept your help. His eyes lit up like the ones of a puppy that saw their owner. That's so fascinating, and what's so fascinating in expecting boxes? Of course I will help. He kind of looks like he's got 2 tails. You are looking for a planetarium, right? What should it be like? Like what? Like that? And like that? Roma makes an outline of a giant square with his hands in the air. Or more like that. Now he had folded his only fingers, so the figure wasn't bigger than a matchbox. From one extreme to another. Something in between. Oh! Can you remind me of the manufacturer and the name? He stared at his phone, deciding to Google it. Star 2.1. Now we'll see how it's supposed to look like. I came to see Romano to... I came close to Romano to see the screen of his phone as well. Here, look! Size is almost mentioned here. It's also mentioned here, and there's a picture of the box. We'll find it easily if they didn't throw out the manufacturer's package away, of course. According to the reviews, it's a pretty old model. They are not produced anymore. I looked around. I don't see anything like what Romano showed me, but something that I saw in the corner of my eye grabbed my attention. Almost invisible, buried under dozens of others, a box with carelessly drawn stars looks at us way too suspiciously. I walked around Roma and headed to the thing that attracted me. Here it is, under a pile of other large and dusty boxes. Such unsanitary conditions. Aren't janitors supposed to keep it all clean? Achoo. Have you caught a cold? He got distracted from the phone and came closer to me, and came closer to give me a sympathetic look. There we go. No, that's all dust. Do you have allergies? Let me handle this. What box do you need? I don't even know. Should I enjoy this care or be upset because Romano thinks I'm weak? I don't have allergies. Or I don't know about it yet. I visited an allergist back at the elementary school when it turned out that it's contradicted for me to interact with wasps. I need that one with stars. I can take it myself. Together we'll do it faster. He grabbed the highest crate, and his face changed at once. Heavy. After spending about 5 minutes, we finally fished out the thing we need. What's it doing here? Your shelves aren't here, right? Right. But the box isn't ours either. Not yours. So we shouldn't look into it? All these containers are something like a public domain. Someone decided to leave them as a gift, and some of these things were forgotten here long ago. I've been here before, and I've never thought about the content of the storage. This school is amazing after all. Isn't everyone afraid that these things will be stolen? I'll call it careless, not amazing. It's great that they give the keys against a receipt, but if something gets stolen, then it would be very difficult to track the time of the theft. If I was a part of administration, I would put a camera here. Although it has nothing to do with this pile of garbage. Here students can take anything, but shelves that belong to the existing clubs can be safer. And there's glossy pages on top. Some magazines? Not that, no, that's posters. Wow, is it really our box? Who else would need such posters? Wow, cool. We have to put up these posters in your club. You think so? They look pretty old. And why do we need posters in a club room? That's not presentable at all. Our club looks weird already. You're not into it. That's retro. Yeah, it'll give a +10 to the comfort for sure. We have to take them there. I didn't understand anything of what he just said. I looked at the posters again. Is it really fashionable now? Are you sure we can take them? Sure. And then it's decided. He took the posters out of my hand and began inspecting them, being glad like a child with a new toy. I'll never really get it. Okay, let him take it. Maybe if our room becomes more stylish, more people will come. Although the quality of these people is, of course, doubtful. Under the posters, there was a miniature of the solar system that can be useful to us too. Below that, again, was a little toy that looked like an alien. This sort of stuff is usually used as trinkets. Well, it's not the only one. 2, 4, 8, 12? Who would even need 12 identical, poorly sewn aliens? Aliens. A box with the painted stars drowned in a pile of stuff nobody needs. Solar system, aliens. If somebody gathered this box, then it's Clover, and it looks like she did so long ago. This crumpled old cardboard box contained everything that was left after the astronomy club. I put my hands deeper and checked everything that was inside. Besides a bunch of toys, there was a star sharp, rubber pigeon masks, balls for ping pong colored like solar system planets, a roll of corrugated paper. I don't even want to think for what this was brought to the I don't even want to think for what this was brought to the astronomy club. No wonder it all ended up lying in a pile of junk. So this is from back in those days, huh? And then I wonder, when exactly did the original, founding members of the UFO club, when did they be, when did that get founded? At what point in their school years? Something must have happened, clearly. I feel like it's gonna involve somebody that was in the previous club. On the bottom, there was a crumpled photo. Yep. Hey, there's also chemistry club guy. So clearly, yeah, like I said before, it must have involved somebody, and lo and behold, there is that somebody. Man, they all look like so different, at least Marope, they all kind of look a little different. Evan just looks like Evan. And you got that guy. What a happy little photo. I'm gonna save and try and take a little picture, little screenshot of that, just in case. Oh, damn. I feel like that's gonna happen every time I take a screenshot. It's just gonna make the game go, hey, you know, you got the screenshot, but 1,000,001 words that you don't understand. And that's fine. We'll bring it back up. No problem. It's a good thing I saved. There we go. Let me just double check that it's appearing correctly, and it is. So many familiar faces. It means they all came to the UFO club study, club right after the former club closure. Only Seth and I got here another way. I see another familiar person. That person chose another way and joined the chemistry club. Kevin. He doesn't look like the Kevin I know. When we met each other, he always makes a special sour face. Though he smiles with others. Just like in this photo. I'm annoyed that he treats me specially, even though we had never properly talked. I'm trying to see, like, who this potentially could be. But they don't look familiar at all. It's like, it's a completely different person. Cream-colored, like, fur, I guess, or skin. They wear green. Necklace, kind of tidy in their, like, clothes. You know, like, tucked-in shirt and whatnot. Hard to think on who could that be. I don't think it's anybody we currently know. I'm annoyed that he treats me specially, even though we had never properly talked. The rest of the guys look almost the same as they do now. I have never seen person in this photo. I had never seen only one person in this photo. He must have graduated already. I packed everything but posters back and moved the box to our shelf. There, of course, was no planetarium in it. Looks like the universe doesn't want me to solve this problem so easily. Well, okay. The one who laughs longest. I won't back down on it. You can open all these boxes, but it will take many days, and the odds of finding the planetarium are extremely low. Moreau, Clover, and Todd gave me no information. Inspection of the storage was useless as well. It's time to ask the curator. I don't wanna. It's not easier to get something from him than from Todd. But if Todd just avoids the questions or keeps silent, then Mr. Fighter... I'd better release Seth from slavery. I'd better release Seth from slavery and take him to the teacher's lounge, or I will lose my temper faster than I'll learn anything useful. I am going to the teacher's lounge. Will you take the posters to our club room? You can even put them up yourself, alongside with Clover. I don't think anyone else would enjoy it. What about the planetarium? It's not in the box. Maybe here, next to the telescope? Nope. And what is that? Romano pointed at the telescope and something that was near it. A tent with bedrolls. They belong to the UFO study club too. You have even that? Let's go camping. We three. It's so cool to spend a night in the fresh air. So many wonderful photos can be made. It's great to be so enthusiastic and easygoing. Any little thing can make him smile. He is so keen that the idea to go camping seems a little exciting even to me. I don't have any special plans for the summer anyway, and looks like my parents won't come soon. Maybe we won't go anywhere this year, but I need to deal with the loss at first. The loss at first? Fine, fine, but only after I finish my club business. Great. Romano stared at his phone again, printing everything at the speed of light. And call Seth to the Teacher's Lounge, okay? Okay, what business do you have there? I'll ask Mr. Fighter for advice. Well, it will take a while. I don't envy. I left the storage room and put the key into the lock. Now I'll visit the teacher, and after that, I'll finally be able to have a snack. Oh, wait! Are you going right now? Well, yeah, why wait for nothing? Are you coming? I must close the door. Wait a minute, I'll put albums away. It would make much more sense to do it first, as he came here for that, not to help me. Romano took a few bulky albums with photos and moved them to the shelf. I wonder, are those this year's photos? Why are our two options? Just be rude or be nice. Those are our two options a lot of the time, just for no reason. There's no like in between, which is something I like. They could try to make some of these options a little more ambiguous, you know, just a bit. If we ask about the albums, we might be here forever. But if we hurry to the teacher's lounge, that would be rude. I don't want to be rude. Ask about the albums. Hell no, I don't think they can print so many photos for a short period of time. How long did it take you to make these photos? 1 school year. Well, 1 year. Enviable productivity. Enviable productivity. You have a nice club if you're able to take so many photos. And their quality must be great, huh? I hope so. You don't sound too convinced. It would be odd to praise myself. These all are my pictures. Really? If each of their photographers gives so many per year, then they'll have to get their own storage room for sure. Everyone keeps their own photo archives themselves, but almost all albums are stored here. Do you see them on our shelf? And they're all signed. I looked to where he was pointing and got surprised. Roma surely overshadows other club members with the size of his archive. He is in this club for only 2 years, but the pile with his name soon will hit the ceiling. God damn. Boy is taking pictures of literally everything. And that's not all. He brought so many today. There are more of your albums than the rest combined. Enviable hard work. He sneak peeked at me. Did I say something wrong? Maybe some of my photos will be published in a glossy magazine. It's not the most popular, but anyway, cool, isn't it? Pete said that I'm not far from good recommendations, and with those, getting into a prestigious university will be a piece of cake. Pete? Same guy from the club? No, my relative. This pause sounded strange. Romano distributed albums around the shelf, taking the last free space. The photo club definitely should get permission to use another shelf. Did you decide where to study in the future? Of course, that's very important. There are some universities in the state that I dream to enter. Even with alternatives, turns out he got it all covered. It's weird to hear that from Romano. Usually he's so frivolous and dissipated. That means the wind isn't always in his head. Regardless of how I finish school, I'll be able to enter these universities if I make every effort. I always thought there is only here and now for him, not this ghostly in future. Have you thought about who you'd like to become? I talked about it with Seth, but I never had a chance with you. Great that there is an opportunity now. I never understood this phrase. Who you'd like to become, like I can just become someone else. I'm just me. I will remain myself. The profession and work don't determine who you actually are. And why did you discuss this topic without me? Well, because you weren't there, bro. What kind of question is that? You will probably follow your parents in your parents' footsteps. The most likely option. Cool. He grabbed the recently found posters. Okay, I'll go onwards. I was glad to have a chat in private. We should do it more often, don't you think? Of course. Don't forget to call Seth. Yes, sir. He left, waving his couple of tails. Okay, so I wasn't wrong. He does have 2 tails. I have nothing against talking to Roma. He's amusing. But we stay alone really rarely. Usually we see each other with Seth. Although these two surely have time to enjoy each other's while I'm not with them if they have private talks about future education. How many other topics have they managed to discuss without me? So, it's time to go to the teacher's lounge. I'm shifting my feet, waiting for Seth. Let's assume that I say that our planetarium is missing. What's next? So you need funding to buy a planetarium too? You've bought a TV quite recently, isn't that enough? At our age, I couldn't even dream about any TV. What planetarium? Why do you need it? Star projection? Why do you need them when you can see the real stars in the sky every night? You only need these modern technologies. You totally unlearn how to see anything beyond complexures and phones. Kent, you are a smart boy. Can't you think of something else? Or even like that missing? What a horror! They could cut off your hands for theft back then. That's what I call upbringing. No one would have dreamed of taking someone else's stuff. I remember how it happened once at war. Ammunition was stolen. That was horrible. Our lives depended on that. Or afraid to come in alone? I look back. Like how the freaking cat just has these like random ass little inner monologues. They're cute. They're cute. I look back. Seth was standing behind me. Here comes my salvation. I'm not afraid. I just haven't forgotten the last conversation yet. You have a long cool down. You need to practice. What? Well, talk to difficult people more often. Something like facing your fears up front. I don't like this method. I'll only become angrier. Seth grabbed the door handle. So, you are afraid. Don't worry, today I'm with you. He grinned and entered the office. I followed him. Have a nice vacation, everyone, and I don't even know what that picture's supposed to be. Whale shark! Whale shark! I like the whale shark. Mr. Fighter is sitting at his workplace, plunging into some papers. Hello, Mr. Fighter. I've brought keys to the storage. He He squinted to see me. Then he looked at the piles of paper on the table and, surprisingly fast with one hand move, he took the journal from it. I put here your signature, date, and time, Kent. My name is Kurt. This says an old man, not the shiny of the bald head. Age 70 to 80, 170 centimeters. Life safety teacher, curator of the UFO study club, looks very tired, has bad breath and more. Time to retire. Oh no, poor old man. Has vast life experience. Weaknesses, mercantile, uncooperative, or mercantile. I confused those two words. Can't remember my name, has bad memory, but always remembers all sorts of trivial stuff. Changes the subject to the stories of his life, and sleeps while standing. Damn, that's certainly a special move. I looked at my watch. 15:04, that is, I forgot. Like 3, yeah, 3-4? 1504. I've put a date, time, and signature. So, happy holidays. Be careful and avoid large crowds of people. Well, be careful. I still have another question about the club inventory. I'm listening. You don't need a TV after all? Shall I return it to the shop? I can. I kept all receipts. No, that's about the planetarium. Kane, where's your consciousness? Where's your conscience? Not even a week has passed since you asked for an expensive device. Is that not enough? Here it comes. I've caught Seth's glance and hinted that it's time to join the fight. Why no purchases? Not at all. We have TV and that's more than enough. Thank you very much for funding. He smiles charmingly and Mr. Fighter relaxed. Seth doesn't lie at all. TV and Roma's console are enough for him. Well, and the couch, of course, but we received it as an inheritance back at the club's creation. That was the place to start, Sam. And then everything is fine. Now go. Aren't you tired of school this semester? Of course, yes, of course. 1 foot at home already. We would only like to clarify something. Our planetarium is gone somewhere. Don't you know who can have it? Well, Sandy, how can I know? Maybe some of yours took it home for a day to brag to the family? As for my family, we had other rules. There was no boasting. There was 7 of us children. Mother worked for days to feed us. Father died in the war. He was wonderful, the bravest. That's why my mother fell in love with him. As my brothers and I went to work right after school, we shined shoes for a few cents. It was difficult to get money. Difficult. Now everyone has complexures. Back then, there wasn't enough bread for everyone. He is like always. It's unclear how he could switch to a completely different topic. It seems that no one took it. So we are worried it got missing. It's an expensive and very important thing. We'll have to buy a new one. Mr. Fighter tenses up as Seth puts pressure on his weak spot. Right on, Seth. Don't make any rash decisions. Your planetarium will surely be found. He dived deep in thoughts, scratching his shin. Are you sure you had a planetarium? Of course. I am amazed how easily Seth has this conversation. We learned about the planetarium only yesterday and have never seen it. He could become a good actor, although why would I be surprised? He grew up in a family of lawyers whose ability to talk ears off is the envy of any man. When was the last time it was in the club? You're not a furry, but that left one though? Oh no, Scratch. Scratch! Scratch! He's 15, Scratch! I get what you mean though. He's a fine gentleman, I'm sure. Oh, never mind. You're funny, Scratch, you're funny. I'm sorry. The one on the right though? No, Scratch, he's 70. You'll give him a heart attack, Scratch. He'll die of a heart attack if you shaboing with him. I'm sorry, I don't even remember. Long ago. We hadn't used it for some reason and didn't notice when it vanished. It was always standing like it was granted and now it's gone. A planetarium. Yes, we had it. I wish we could ask Mr. Hiro, but he quit and left no contacts. Too bad. Wow, is it a first clue? Who is that Mr. Hiro? Why should he know about the planetarium? Oh, Connie, are you here too? This man cannot remember names for the life of him. Fucking hell. Did you bring the keys? Seth touched me with his shoulder softly. I know, you have everything under control even without me. I've already returned the keys to you, and my name is Kurt. The teacher looked into the journal. You really did it. Good. So, happy holidays, bro. This conversation is going in circles now. Great. Just great. Oh, wait. We were talking about Mr. Hiro. Mr. Hiro? I haven't heard his name. I haven't heard this name for a year. Do you have any questions for him? Too bad he didn't leave any contacts after his dismissal. He has a noticeable last name after all. had some Hyro, glorious officer. He covered my back many times. Too bad he hit a mine. Fucking hell. Back to the war stories. Let's return to the teacher with this last name. You remember, right? Did he buy the planetarium for our club? Why, he didn't buy anything for you. Your club didn't exist back then. I don't know who exactly bought it, but the planetarium definitely moved to you from the astronomy club. Mr. Hyro was a curator of this club. Now I can make a start from his words, though it was pretty obvious. We received almost everything from the Astro Club. I hope he isn't saying it just to get rid of us. I know for sure that Merope and Clover were in that club. It's enough to remember their reaction to my questions to understand that planetarium does exist. I know for sure. Why was I rereading that? But the girls don't want to tell me anything. The curator of the astronomy club, Mr. Hyro, quit the same year the club closed. Based on the data I have, the club closed because of an insufficient number of members. Most of the old-timers graduated and the newcomers didn't really appear. That doesn't really make sense. How many people quit? If that club had more members than our current club, wouldn't our current club also just have disappeared? Their club had like more than 20 people in it. That's odd. Maybe the teacher's leaving just coincidence with the club closure. Maybe he wanted to quit for a long time and the closure of the place dear to him became the catalyst. But it is much more likely that after his dismissal, nobody decided to take care of the club and it fell apart. I roused from my thoughts and feelings feeling a light touch. Are you listening? I missed a little. The teacher said that we should ask of former members of the club to track the movements of the planetarium. That makes sense. But we don't have a list of former members. Merope and Clover can hardly satisfy my interest. I only have to ask the teacher and hope that his memory can still do something. Mr. Fighter, do you happen to remember who was in the Astro Club before? Almost all of you come from there. Your inspired girl, Catalin, Clover. She had pretended to be a fool and said that she doesn't know anything. White Cassidy, too. White Cassidy? He probably means Merope. But her name is Cassandra. I wonder if he can remember at least one name properly. I'm almost sure that he's just kidding me. Merope didn't want to help me either. Teddy, your head is from there too. Todd. In our club, he's interested only in the telescope. He's the least useful of the three of them. Right. Why am I asking that all if I know it already? I found the photo in the box with the stars. Obviously, all the guys from the photo are relevant to the Astro Club. Aaron, too. Nice boy. He won many inter-school competitions, but of course, not as many as their head back then. The prospect of a conversation with Evan is not tempting. It seems to be everything. Others got scattered, some transferred to other schools, some graduated last year. And there wasn't much information, so he mentioned competitions. Evan never told me that he was active in his previous club. He isn't shining with enthusiasm in this current one. I tried to get them interested, Kyle. Isn't it honorable to defend the honor of the school? The astronomy club did a good job of it. Too bad it fell apart. It doesn't match with what I already know. The astronomy club was an unpopular, quiet club. It couldn't always win. Are you saying the Club of Astronomy upheld the school's good name? Yes, indeed. It was a wonderful time. One of two. He is either delusional or everything that I know about the Astro Club is a lie. What if it was both? That would be kind of funny. Come to think of it, what do you even know about them? What do I even know about them? There was a club and it collapsed. The property came to us, as did the members of the club. Would an active club buy so many things? I don't think so. My fist had clenched involuntarily, but I tried to relax them. I shouldn't draw attention to myself. I screwed up. Again and again, I missed something because I didn't even try to look into it. Took everything for granted and didn't check what had been said for authenticity. How naive and foolish. Don't worry. We will push Evan a bit and he'll start taking prizes again. Right, Kurt? Push Evan? Good joke. I'm a little scared to even approach him. Yeah, sure. I'll leave it to your responsibility. I refuse. I didn't give you a right to choose. Wow, you're so power hungry. Guys, are you still there? Did you come to return the keys? Seth leaned toward me and I heard him whispering. Let's go or it will just repeat. Did you learn everything you wanted? I'm not sure. Thank you for the key. We've returned it already. The teacher looked at the journal again to ensure that the two students aren't trying to fool him. True. Happy holidays. Be careful on the roads. Be always ready for self-defense. And come home before curfew. And I wish you to enjoy your work. So we have 4 options. To question Todd, Merope, Clover, or Evan. You forgot the 5th option. What option? Great, Seth has proposals. Let it go! There was a projector, now it's gone. Nobody's going to tell us every detail, and that means that there are reasons for that. There's some truth in his words, but if you always go with the flow, then sooner or later you'll end up in the sewage. And I won't calm down until I know where it is. So, you will be fine if someone really stole it, but you will know who exactly? Yes. Then, why and who exactly? Although I would prefer to find it safe and sound somewhere in the storeroom. And that's what you're all about. That face he makes. There's definitely something going on with this guy and Kurt. Or at least, that's my thoughts. He's gay! Let's return. Maybe we will catch someone by surprise. Hold on, no pressure for now. I've got an idea. If Seth says let it go, then I'll hit him for sure. Let's take a snack while the canteen isn't closed for the holidays. Maybe you'll relax your face once you're fed. You're hungry, am I right? The mention of food made my stomach growl. My brain managed to forget that I didn't have breakfast, but my stomach doesn't forgive so easily. Seth got it exactly right. Do I look so hungry? I guess you're right. I'll accompany you. You should be glad. I will be glad for sure if you won't wrinkle your nose upon seeing my food. Seth doesn't eat food from the canteen, but despite it, he always goes with me. Everything for you. He smiled slightly and directed me towards the canteen. Upon arrival from the canteen, we saw a surprising scenery. Everyone, including Romano that visited us, are cleaning. I didn't have time to leave the doorway when excited Clover came rushing to me. Kurt, you found my posters. Where were they? And they were in the storage. I knew that they belonged to Clover. I'm so glad that they were found. It's much better with them, right? Right? Let me hug you. I backed away, not letting the girl hang on my neck. My shoulders still hurt from the last time. No thanks. You're greedy. Besides, was there anything else? Something like the planetarium? What? Planetarium that... And here she hesitated. She understood that she was about to say too much. You could have just said that you found nothing. She pouted and went to seek solace from Romano. They got along surprisingly well. I didn't try to stop and persuade her even though she formed incoherent conclusions. Seth, what do you think? Somehow Seth joined this noisy company, actively discussing something with Clover and Roma. Wait a minute. Can't it just be that they all are into it and are just performing a show with me as as a leading actor. Seth wouldn't do that to me, right? Would he? I warily approached guys and began to listen. And I'm not eavesdropping. They are talking in a public place and see me perfectly well. I asked to put it aside, but by the next morning it was already done. I felt a shell. Just don't tell me that they are talking about. It was so cool. The one with the stars? With stars? Romano saw the box when he was with me. Yeah, such a pity. And the discount was nice. I think any will fit you. You are really cute. I tense up, trying to grasp the thread of their conversation. Thank you, Seth. But I like precisely that one. Guess I'll have to wear the same swimsuit for the third year. I'll ask my subscribers on Instagram. Maybe they were in this design. Maybe they know where this design still is on sale. Would you send me a photo from the shop? Swimsuit? What the hell? Don't they have another topic to discuss? I'm only losing time. There's no conspiracy. Seth and Roma wouldn't do that to me. I looked around the room. Romano, Seth, and Clover have occupied the couch. Marope is carefully sorting through the papers that were left yesterday. Todd probably has to wash the window, but he preferred just to look at the street. But the fact that he returned to the club room is good enough. Evan wipes the shelves of the bookcase. Evan devotes almost all his time to damn. Evan devotes almost all his club time to books. Despite that, I'm surprised that he was a regular in competitions in the Astro Club. It means that he wasn't so idle before. What has changed? I don't know what has changed, but we are going to end this thing off here for today, my kindred. I have been having a good one with this one. I find it endearing. I like it so far. The little mystery, the questions of how, probably how us as in Kurt is going to try and find this planetarium. In turn, it's going to have us unraveling the club a little bit, specifically the older members of the club, and whatever the heck happened. That I am hoping nothing bad occurred in the Astro Club. Because if it's true that it won competitions and whatnot, then it's possible that some tragedy might have occurred, and that just wouldn't be good. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this little visual novel. I certainly did. I really liked the characters, the designs, the writings, Like I said before, the translation's not too bad. It's pretty, most of the time it's all right. Might be missing a word or two here. Might be a little awkward, but yeah, it's fine. It's fun. And the music, I like the music too. So, I shall bid thee farewell, my kindred. I hope you all have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, and night, wherever and whenever you are. May the gods bless you, may the stars shine in your honor, and I shall see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.